Hello guys, my name is Jasmine Galarza Santos, and today I'm going to share with you guys my experience interviewing my nail technician and the lessons that I learned from her. So to begin, I was getting my nails done. I was literally getting these nails done. Pretty old. I would say these are about 2-3 weeks old. So we've had our interview in process. I already knew the answers to the questions I was asking her because I asked them way before I even knew about this assignment. So it was just like a little refresher and basically just having like deeper conversations on the topic and really getting into all the details and exactly what goes on behind the scenes of doing nails. So I actually found Stephanie is her name. I actually found Stephanie through Instagram. Just one day I was over at my boyfriend's house and I was telling his cousins that I really needed my nails done because I forgot what we were doing. But I needed my nails done for an occasion and they just so happened to recommend her to me. And what's funny is that we actually had dropped off one of his cousins to her house before to get her nails done. But I never thought of getting my nails done with her ever. I don't know why, I just didn't. So finally, I booked an appointment with her and I got my nails done and I just fell in love with her customer service. If there's one thing that I appreciate about businesses and business owners is great customer service. You have a name to protect and your reputation is important if you want to build your clientele. And that's exactly what she was telling me. She was kind of telling me how she loves to set her prices kind of low, on the lower side, so her clientele could increase. And word of mouth is the best kind of advertisement. And basically that's how she got all of her clients. So I was asking her about the background of how she got started and what motivated her to actually, start her own business. And she actually started after she graduated high school, which was about maybe 2 years ago. So she's young. She's really young. She's about to be 20, I want to say. She's either 19 or 20. But she started pretty young, right after high school. And basically she just used her creativity and her passion for doing nails and art, and she put it into her work, literally. So here's a close-up of my nails that we worked on while we were doing this. Here they are. And for this set, she charged me a $15 deposit and the remaining balance was, I believe, $17. So $32 for this set, which is amazing actually, because if you go to any nail salon, they're quick to charge you like $90 just for the French tip. The nail salons are robbing you. So she did mention to me that she's in the process of getting her license for doing nails and cosmetology, and that's eventually so she can like open up her own little studio and have to pay rent for a space. But as of right now, she is just certified, and that's perfectly fine as long as she's doing her business at home. So if you're working from home, it's fine to not be licensed, but when you want to get a studio, and start charging people, which she's charging people, but like when she's actually working somewhere where she has to pay for rent, then she does have to be licensed because she is technically liable for the sanitation and whatnot. She did become certified, and she also did do like a mini course with the person that certified her. However, she says she learned the most just by watching YouTube videos and just practicing. And basically, practice made perfect for her. So one of the things that she taught me was that it requires so much patience and so much time to really perfect just a simple like bead. how to pick up an acrylic bead. To those of you who obviously don't get acrylics done and don't know what acrylics are, in order to pick up an acrylic bead, it's literally in a powder form. And she showed it to me. I watched her. It's in a powder form. You use a liquid monomer. So you dip the brush into the liquid monomer, and you need just enough liquid on your brush to dip into the powder to pick up a perfect bead. She demonstrated the difference between a brush that's too wet, that has too much monomer, a brush that has just enough monomer, and a brush that does not have enough monomer. So when she picked up the bead with way too much monomer and dipped it into the acrylic powder, it was extremely wet, it was very runny, it was completely messy. It was just bad. Obviously, when she picked up a perfect amount of monomer and dipped it into the acrylic powder, it was easy to work with, it was easy to mold, it was perfect. However, when she picked up a bead with not enough monomer, it was completely dry, it was flaky, it was hard to get off of the brush. So it makes all the difference in the technique you use to pick up the acrylic bead. So she demonstrated how the bead for the nail bed, like the base of the nail bed, has to be thicker. So you can, So you can kind of see right here how it's elevated. I think you can kind of tell for all of them. But it's way thicker than the rest of the nail bed. So aside from the mini one-on-one session on how to apply acrylic, like what goes on behind doing the craft, one of the most important lessons I would say she taught me was patience. You really just have to be patient and don't give up on yourself. You really gotta keep trying and just push through the frustration, because you're not gonna get it right the first time, obviously. You need to keep practicing and practicing and practicing until you feel confident enough to demonstrate your work to someone else. And another thing that she mentioned to me was, don't be afraid to ask people to practice on them. Most of the times people will be willing to help you and will be your practice hands. The worst that they can say is no. So when it comes to practicing on people, don't be afraid to ask. She says that the key to her success was her confidence. She always had a confident persona, and she kept her head up, and she believed that she was doing her best. And as long as she knew that she was trying her best, she was satisfied with her service. Even if the look didn't meet her standards, she knew she tried and she didn't give up on herself. And that's what motivated her to keep her going. And basically, that's what's keeping her strong. She's really smart with her technique because she's keeping her prices affordable so that word of mouth can be her best form of advertisement. Yes, she posts beautiful pictures of nails and she does wonderful sets, but by keeping her prices low, she attracts more customers and she books herself out. People are attracted to affordability, and on top of the affordability is the beautiful nails. So if I'm gonna start my business, I'm gonna do just what she says, and I'm gonna keep them affordable so my clients keep coming.